It's the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog.
Him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way. Led to some inconsistency, but I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
And they'll begin by running the option. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. Later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First down, Dallas.
Legs still churning. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Harris has it over the middle.
Stafford's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He'll drop this down to Coleman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good.
13 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Back to the air.
He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there, with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris.
Complete to Deontay Harris. That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
New York Giants.
The end result, 21 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 9th.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he spins through. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now a handoff looking right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
A gain of 12. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Made by Dexter Lawrence. A 3-yard pickup. And
they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
First down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought down by Anthony Walker. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
He's brought
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Stopped short of the goal line.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Makes the score, Cowboys.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Brings up 2nd and...
The take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
He was taken down.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And Ingram holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Stafford's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
Now Gordon. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford finding Harris over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. A second broken tackle. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
They'll take.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Throwing on second down. Stafford, catch made by Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Stafford finds his tight end Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and long.
Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
Stafford's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
To the air again, Stafford. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. He's going to fight. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike 35, Mike 35. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On first down, Stafford here. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
This is Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Yeah, they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 40. And some space here. Sheds another. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. He should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know, I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
On second down, it's Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Down and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play.
but sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Dallas.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Xavier McKinney.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. After the sack on first down, Stafford, he'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. Mitchell Trubisky has thrown a touchdown pass there. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 31-21, the final score. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one he down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Coleman has it here right side. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
4 brings up 3rd and 10.
Let's get there. Mike 35, Mike 35. 40 gun, 40 gun.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And now running right through him. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
Before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Mike 35, Mike 35. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 35.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now they're tasked.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of downplace, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Stafford. Man open left side, it's Williams.
Stafford's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Cowboys add on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Cowboys 60.
Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, that's complete to Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second and 12, Stafford. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Stafford on third down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3-yard line.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Throwing is Stafford. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
The kicker on for the
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football.
That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second.
Now, they have been able to shut him down at least as of late. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Mike 35, Mike 35. 35.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Catch made by Slayton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And where he's at right now in this one, I would say this is a game to remember.
And not just for himself, but obviously for people like us watching it, analyzing it, calling it, and anyone who's involved in this game. The big runs, the big plays, it's been a blast.
Yeah, already over 250 yards.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15. Inside. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 96 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Harris has it over the middle.
Stafford's pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
35's to Mike. All day, dog. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line.
To the running back.
A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, you know, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. From the gun, Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford, throw left side, taken in by Slayton.
Complete.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 14 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
3rd down.
From the gun, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And now out come the Giants. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Stafford on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Going for it all. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second and 10, Stafford again. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, it's Stafford. And he's got it. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
New York Giants. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
One last throw here for Stafford. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.